Welcome to Service Fashion Studio. In this class, I'll be showing how to use the buttonhole and button sewing foot with my Juki HZL70 home sewing machine. You can use similarly with your sewing machines. So let's start. First, let me show the buttonhole sewing foot. Assume this is the buttonhole placket and this is the button placket. First, position the button on the buttonhole placket and mark where you want the buttonhole to be. Mark the length of the button. So this is where we want the buttonhole. Now attach the buttonhole sewing foot in this way. This marking comes to the front and the button holder plate will be at the back. Now pull the button holder plate and place your button and push it back to adjust the length. Now put the needle thread inside this and pull it from down. Now pull the buttonhole lever down and push it in this way. Now select the buttonhole stitch. There are different patterns here. Number 16 to number 20 are different kinds of buttonholes. I am selecting number 16. You can adjust the width and length if you need to, or you can just go with the default setting. Now place the fabric under the foot. I've darkened the marking here because the chalk marking was not clearly visible. Now place the needle at the beginning of the marking because the buttonhole sewing will be sewn reverse. So position the needle to the beginning of the marking here. Put the foot down and hold the needle thread. Now start sewing. The length of the buttonhole will be determined by the button you have placed on the button holder plate. Now once the buttonhole is complete, it will automatically do the reinforcement stitch and stop. Now lift the foot and remove the fabric. Trim off all the extra thread. Now we need to cut here in the center using a seam ripper. And before cutting, you can use a pin at the end so that you don't cut beyond that point. Take a seam ripper, pierce it at one end and carefully slit so the buttonhole is done. If you are using a thin or stretchy fabric, it's better to use a stabilizer or interlining before making the buttonhole. Now let's see how to sew the button using the button sewing foot. After sewing the buttonhole, don't forget to push the buttonhole lever back, that is, push it up. If not, your machine will continue sewing in reverse. Now remove the buttonhole foot. Now attach the button sewing foot in this way. The part here holds the button firmly. So this is how you attach it. Before sewing, you need to lower the feed dog. In our previous class on this machine, I had shown how to lower the feed dog. If you do not have an option to lower the feed dog using the lever, you will need to use the feed dog cover plate. Now mark where you want the button to be sewn and place it under the foot and place the button and lower the foot. Now use the zigzag stitch. I am using the pattern 06. Before starting to sew, you need to be sure of the width, that is, turn the hand wheel slowly and see that the needle goes into the hole and again to the next. If it is hitting the button, then you will need to adjust the width as per the distance of the holes. Now this is fine. Once it's fine, you can start sewing. So before starting to sew, always make the reinforcement stitch by pressing on the auto lock button and then continue sewing. Do a couple of stitches and end at the other hole by pressing the auto stop or auto lock button. cut off all the excess thread. So the button is sewn. When sewing the button, the main thing you need to take care is of the width between the holes. The maximum width you can keep is 4.5. Again, the width you keep depends on the width between the holes. So manually first turn the hand wheel and ensure it does not hit the button and goes into the holes, and only then set the width. Thanks for watching this class. For more online classes and for pattern making tools, please visit our website servicefashionstudio.com. See you soon in the next class. Until then, happy sewing.